Hello, this is Doug Tidwell for CloudBees, here with good news about our partnership with VMware. We'll talk today about two products. The first is CloudBees Core, which is a management system for Jenkins. We'll talk about Jenkins as well. And the second is VMware's Enterprise Kubernetes Service, which you may know as PKS. We'll go through a quick example of how these two products work together. With Core, you get management of your Jenkins masters. You can create hundreds of masters for hundreds of teams, and you can make sure that those masters are configured the exact same way, so that you know everyone who's doing continuous integration is using the same set of tools. With VMware Enterprise Kubernetes, you get all the power and flexibility of the Kubernetes API, combined with the scalability and reliability you expect from VMware. In our example here, we'll show these two products working together. We'll start with a developer submitting her code to, in this case, GitHub. It could be some other Git-based repository, but for now, we'll assume that's GitHub. What GitHub does is it uses a webhook to invoke Core. Core will then tell Jenkins to go to GitHub and get the source code. In our example here, we'll assume that the code includes an application, it includes a test suite, and it includes a Docker file. So with all of those things in the Jenkins master, it builds the code, it builds the test suite, then it runs the test suite. If the test suite passes, then it uses the Docker file to build a Docker image. And we'll put a little spout on the whale there because he's happy. With the Docker image built, this is where Jenkins starts to work with the infrastructure. So the Docker image is stored in a repo that is probably that's the worst handwriting ever. That's a repo that is probably a private repository, but you can use any image repository you like. From there, Jenkins invokes the Kubernetes API via a YAML file. If you are living right and everything is good, you never have to look at a YAML file ever. Suffice to say, it's a description of what our deployment should look like. We send that to Kubernetes. Kubernetes then figures out how to make that happen. So when we send that YAML file, VMware Enterprise Kubernetes sends a request to the repo, which then sends that image back to Kubernetes. We'll say for our example here that we have one pod with 4 replicas. So what VMware will do is it controls these nodes and it will deploy our application to these nodes. So let's say this is pod 1, replica 1. This is pod 1, replica 2, pod 1, replica 3. And we'll put pod 1 replica 4 on this node. VMware Enterprise Kubernetes, as you would expect, provides load balancing and reliability features. If, for example, one of these nodes goes down or one of the pods goes down, VMware Enterprise Kubernetes will automatically restart it. So to summarize, wherever you are on your CI/CD journey, these two products complement each other nicely. With CloudBees Core, you have a managed environment for your Jenkins masters, and with VMware Enterprise Kubernetes, you have a stable, reliable infrastructure that manages your applications. We encourage you to try these products. They are both turnkey solutions, and CloudBees Core is now part of the VMware Service Catalog. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. For CloudBees, this is Doug Tidwell. Cheers.